Hey guys, I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft, and welcome back to the cabin. Today, we're going to put down a nice floor underneath our new wood stove. So I've got some plywood, this is the edge guard protected concrete backer board, and some nice tile pieces that we're going to lay on top of that with a whole lot of heat resistant glue. So let's get started. So here's the existing wood stove, and we found that it's a little small for the cabin application. And here is the new catalytic converter wood stove, and that mat down there is what we've been using as a protector. We're going to get something a little bit more substantial down there. So first part is to remove the old wood stove. Alright, next step in the process, plywood is down, floor joists are marked, and the plywood is screwed down to the subfloor. And now we put down a layer of the cement backer board or Durarock and attach that to the plywood subfloor and our sandwich layer in between. Didn't get as far along as I wanted to cutting my tile yesterday because I had some issues with the disc that go on my grinder that I'm using to cut them. I tried to use some less expensive ones, didn't work. Let me show you what I wound up using to make all of this happen. So same brand as my grinder, and I went with this DeWalt continuous rim, and it's in the ceramics area. Now you're supposed to cut this stuff wet, and here at Homestead I don't have running water, so I have to make my own. So I took a 1 gallon bottle, drilled a hole in it, and I flipped that over, and the way I control the flow, oh, there we go. The way I control the flow when it starts slowing down is I just crack the top of the water bottle so that I can get a decent flow, and that's how I'm keeping it wet. What I have to do is along the back wall and the front edge, I have to cut these little tabs off, like little puzzle pieces. That's where we're at. It's messy, and you got to use extreme caution doing this. It would have really been nice to have had a saw that's made for this. Okay, so here is the work in progress. See, I've got one tile left to put in, but underneath that concrete or that cement backer board, there is a piece of plywood, and I cut a piece of plywood that would give me the area that I wanted the wood stove to sit on, to reinforce the floor and to bring the height up a little bit. Then I cut the concrete backer board, this, to match the plywood that was on the floor. That way I'm guaranteed that I've got the clearances and all of that I need for the size and the desired size coming out into the cabin. And then I pieced and cut my tile to go on top. And now that everything is dry fitted and I know it's what I want, I'll go back and actually install everything. Alright, once everything is screwed down, we lay all the tile back out into place, making sure we got good fit. And now we'll wipe down the back of the tiles, get them all nice and clean, and using a heat resistant adhesive, we'll glue it down to the concrete backer board. This project will be close to being done. Alright, we got everything glued down, pushed together real well, and the only thing really left to do is put some weight on it. I think I'll put a couple little scrap pieces of 2x4 around it just to help hold it in place so it doesn't move, and maybe set the wood stove on top of it just to give it some weight while the glue dries. But that's the end of another fun project here at the cabin.